Hello, everybody. My name is NikoTheLegend, and today on the Nico Show, we have a lot to talk about. How's everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This time I will be on schedule. How about that? Aren't I just smarty? I'm doing it right this time, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're not, then oh, we got much to talk about. If you're not feeling all right, homies. Well, it is April 18th, 2019, and man, a lot is happening in the gaming world, isn't it? Lots of things, lots of things. Every week there's always something new. That's why doing these once a week as best I can is always fun. But 2 to 3 weeks, you kind of push it a little bit. You kind of just miss the big stories and everything. But we'll try to make something out of it. Let's see. Okay, and as we all know, I always start off the stream talking about the personal life stuff, and then what games I'm playing, what I'm gonna play eventually, and then we go into the news section. So personal life. My cat's in the hospital. He's feeling better now. They unblocked him. He had some blockage in his pee area. His bladder was about to explode. He could have died. So luckily, with a financial punch in the stomach, I was able to cough up the change to save his life. So that's great. So that's everything else is pretty much the same. Yeah, he's doing a lot better. I will see him on Saturday. Yeah, I'm really glad that he's okay. Now he's got to be on a prescribed diet for the rest of his life, but that's fine because the prescribed diet food is the best food you can get for your cat, actually. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about for personal stuff, to be honest. Now let's talk about the games that I'm playing. Well, on stream on Twitch, I am going through Mass Effect Trilogy as Female Shepherd playthrough. And I just recently beat Mass Effect 1 last night, and it was a blast. I enjoyed it. I think I spent about maybe 16 hours in it. It's not that long of a game, but long enough to where you're like, holy shit, this game is amazing. It was great to go back through and play it and experience what made me fall in love with the franchise to begin with. And when you're playing on headphones, folks, and you're listening to Sovereign talk or your teammates talk or the music or the gameplay and this crazy emotional stuff going on, you basically fall in love with the game all over again, and it really revitalized my love for Mass Effect. It's fantastic. And I played the original trilogy on consoles a gazillion times. I've gotten all the achievements for them, and now I'm going through it on PC. I've beaten the first and second game overall, but I've never beaten the third game on PC. But we're gonna get there eventually. I'm gonna start. I wanted to do this Commander Shepard with female Shepard because I've never beaten the whole trilogy with female Shepard. It's always been male Shepard because I just like male Shepard's design and stuff. We will get through it all. I can't wait to start Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is pretty long. It's about, with all the DLC, it's about 30 hours. It's a pretty long game. It's twice as long as Mass Effect 1 with, even with the DLC included. I can't wait. So I hope to see you guys there later today. I hope you guys are enjoying Joker and Smash Brothers because I was last night. That was pretty fun to play Joker. Joker is a main protagonist for Persona 5 in the Persona series. They finally released him along with 3.0 update. And the first article we're going to dive right into talks about the update. I guess some kind of silly problem. I was one of the people that had some server issues downloading the update, as many others did, because it was such a big fucking update that the servers just took a shit because everybody was waiting for Joker and stage creator and just it was a big update. But I was glad to have downloaded it, and Joker is pretty damn cool. He's a very great character to play. I like his playing style. Anyway, let's keep going. We will. Any other games I'm playing? I'm about done with Sekiro. I should have been done a while ago, but the last boss is a very difficult boss, and he's stressful. And I only go through certain amount of tries, and then I just move on because I don't want to stay there all day. But I'm getting better at fighting him, and yeah, he's a pain in the dick. But we're 99% done with the game though, 98%, which is great. I'm playing Tales of Vesperia as one of my big RPGs to play off stream. Definitely not on stream. I probably won't be streaming that game ever. I'll just be playing it off screen. That's perfectly fine with me. We got Breath of the Wild for the Switch coming in the mail. I was gonna stream that today if it came in because I love that game to death. I decided to buy it 4 days ago for the Switch because I found it on eBay for $45 with the case and everything, which is pretty damn cheap considering how expensive that game is on the internet. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. People don't. If you're ever looking for a decent price on it, good luck. Good luck. I had to buy that $45 one before someone else did because that is a steal for that game, especially a physical copy. But I mean, Nintendo made a fantastic game. I love Breath of the Wild. I bought it for the Wii U back in the day, and I loved it so much, even though I didn't 100% that game, which is really fucking hard without a guide. I don't mind playing it again because of how much fun it is. I probably won't even. The great thing is, since I've done everything once, I probably won't even remember all the experiences that I went through. But it'll probably come back. Anything else? There is Mortal Kombat 11 coming out next week, but I can't afford that because of the hospital bills for the cat, for Nimble. And I'm actually going to be streaming that game with Dr. DeCesso next week. I'm also going to be playing at my brother's house on the Xbox One X. It's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait. The game looks amazing. It's going to be a big, big title release. And yeah, everything's going good so far. The only setback I had was the financial setback with the hospital bills for Nimble. But other than that, I will strive on and live on, and I will continue doing what I love most, with Nimble still at my side, which is great. Okay, so let's get into the topics of today. They're all off IGN.com because they all interested. They were all interesting topics, which I like. So the first one goes straight into, as I said before, we go into Smash Brothers. If you guys haven't been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I don't want to say you've been living under a rock, but I'm sorry, it kind of is, because this is one of the best fighting games I've ever played, and it's just fun as hell. It is the Smash Brothers game that I've never been bored of. Usually when I'm playing with friends, Smash Brothers can get boring after a while, especially, I don't know, like with the Wii U version was really good, but back in the day, I mean, did it really get boring? Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. But, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I guess ultimately for Smash Ultimate, I've had plenty of get-togethers with friends and stuff, and it just never gets boring. Never gets boring. Even after 8 hours of smashing, it just so much fun, man. So many characters, so many stages, so many things that you could do. All right. As I mentioned before, the 3.0 update came out last night, and it had a host of server issues. And now, apparently, the stage creator introduces a phallic problem. If you guys don't know the stages that that Sigmund Freud invented, well, the phallic stage is, yep, you guessed it. Nintendo appears to be taking action against the erected stages. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has been updated with a stage builder, allowing players to create their own arenas to do battle, and naturally, players are using the tool to draw pictures of penises. Well, that's what happens when teenagers get a hold of something like that, and they just want to draw dicks all day. If you were to log into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate now and browse the user-created stages, you may discover some sexualized imagery alongside plenty of other designs that could be considered poor taste. It's become a big talking point on Twitter, with users sharing their various phallic finds. After browsing through user creations today, it does appear that Nintendo is making efforts to take down any appropriate content, as we found no penises ourselves, and little that could be considered harmful. However, it should be noted that there is no report button on each user-created entry, making it difficult to alert Nintendo to any inappropriate material. Oh boy, Nintendo, you know what, Nintendo, you are just so smart. Who would have thought that people would draw inappropriate things when they had the ability to? I mean, yeah, and you don't have a report button. Way to go, dumbasses. This is a situation that inevitably occurs with every video game that offers user-created content. It's a challenge for studios to police, Back in 2015, a developer who had worked on LEGO Universe explained the impossible task of detecting and deleting penises in the brick building sandbox. I didn't know that game existed. Hopefully some better user moderation tools will be added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the future. Until now, well, use this information for whatever discovery avoidance purposes that you deem necessary. Alternatively, you could learn how to master a new character Joker's moveset. I mean, I guess if people want to draw dicks, if they're really into drawing penises, I mean, those guys got some real issues. I'm telling you, anybody who draws dick pictures these days is probably in their teenage years, because that's all they think about is dicks and vaginas anyway. Unless you're a punk rocker like me and you're like, oh, dicks are still funny to me. I don't know, they just are. Well, I hope nobody gets offended. Ugh, I kind of hate that word these days, because everybody uses the word offended. It's politically corrected. Politically corrects you. Listen, if they crack down on it, they crack down on it. If they don't, they don't. At least you can avoid going into the stage. You don't. They probably will invent a report button if they're smart. This would probably be their top thing to do right now. But, you know, no harm, no foul. No foul. No foul. No phallic. All right, anyway. It's on to the next article. Okay, so do we remember The Witcher 3? Do we remember the Witcher franchise and how amazing and what it did for the gaming industry as a whole for CD Projekt Red? Well, now, lucky for us, we get the Netflix The Witcher to premiere in late 2019. Yes, the show is still alive, and if you haven't seen what oh my God, what's his name? Henry Cavill. If you haven't seen what he looks like as The Witcher, then you might be shocked, because I don't think, as of right now, it looks that great. But, you know, I don't know if it's on here exactly. Let's see. Wait. Oh. I'm trying to see here. Nope. They don't have a black girl for a white character. That's always great. Anyway, well, the show is real, and it's coming out. It's only on Netflix. It might do good. It might do bad. I don't know how entirely this will go. I don't know how much political crap they'll put into the show, if they really make it to where, ooh, all the cast is diverse. Ooh, this guy's brown, this guy's yellow, this guy's black, this guy's white. As we can tell, what IGN was suggesting for some of the characters, it was just one that wanted from black to white, or white to black. But still, Netflix is kind of piss poor when it comes to this stuff. They really like pushing this diversity crap. You see it displayed all over the front page. And it's like, oh, NIKO, you don't like diversity? No, I like diversity. I just don't like it when it's just in my face every fucking time I go into Netflix, okay? I get it. I get the point. The point is that I get it. Now, we'll see if it affects Netflix The Witcher. I don't know who's actually making it. I guess it's just straight up Netflix. I don't know who the director is really, or what the story even is taking place. I have no idea. I guess I'll just be surprised by the time I see it. It will launch on streaming platforms sometime toward the end of 2017. According to a Netflix earnings call, as reported by Variety, Chief Content Officer Ted Sarandos said their lineup for the third quarter consists of their most watched shows on Netflix, such as Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black, and Casa de Papel. Fourth quarter, which runs from October to December, will see larger film investment like Urshin, Six Underground, and the live-action adaptation of the Witcher series. Sarandos said The Witcher, which they are currently shooting in Hungary, oh, that's awesome, is an enormous European IP, very popular in the game and book IP that we think is going to make a really fun global series. Ooh, I like that. This might be good. The Witcher TV series and popular video games are based on the series of novels by Andrzej Sapkowski, who is serving as creative consultant on the series. Yeah, okay, let me tell you something. Creative consultant, that doesn't mean shit, because creative consultant is only when they want to come to him for inspiration. Okay? Sometimes, you know, who was it? Akira Toriyama, I think he was a creative consultant for the Dragon Ball Z live-action movie that came out a long time ago. And guess what? That movie sucked complete Dragon Balls. Yeah, I went there. Henry Cavill was will star as the monster hunter Geralt of Rivia with Freya Allan as Princess Ciri, Anna Charlotte, whatever, as Yennefer, Jodie May as Queen Callanth, Millie Brady as Princess Renfrey, among others. Netflix revealed the first look of Cavill as Geralt in October and announced 19 members of the cast. I need to scoot over here, not centered with the camera, and read up on everything we know so far about the new series coming to Netflix at the end. How about that? How about them apples, baby? How about them apples? How about them Witcher apples? All right. Well, that's great. If you haven't played the Witcher games, you probably should because, let's just say that the Witcher games are really great. If you want to avoid Witcher 1 because of its atrocious combat, then I don't blame you. But Witcher 2 and 3 is definitely a good place to start. Witcher 3 is considered widely as one of the best games ever made and probably one of the best open world games. Although as much as I did enjoy how amazing the world was, I always enjoy Breath of the Wild's open world mechanics and stuff like that. And Skyrim's open world stuff, which is great. I mean, Witcher's great, don't get me wrong, but, Zelda just did it really good. All right, next one. All right, Gamestop to offer full price store credit within 48 hours of game launch. Days Gone will be the first eligible game. GameStop has released a new promotion that offers the full price of a game refunded as store credit within 40 hours of its launch. As noticed by Video Game Deals on Twitter and reported by Polygon. The promo is titled Guaranteed to Love It and was announced the day after the new CEO for GameStop, George Sherman, moved into the role. In a statement to Polygon, GameStop said, "True to our core promise, today's announcement is a testament that GameStop is committed to giving power to the players. And our Guaranteed to Love It trade promotion offers us customers the peace and mind of buying video games inside our retail stores at no risk beginning with Days Gone next week." At the beginning, the initiative will only include the games Days Gone and seemingly only will be eligible with the standard edition retailing at $59.99. It is unclear when more games will be included in the promotion, if anything outside of the standard edition will be accepted. GameStop reported losses of almost $488.6 million in its third quarter of last year and a net loss of $673 million for the entire 2018 year. Woo! In January, rumors of the company being bought out circulated, with GameStop announcing shortly after they were halting their pursuits of a buyout in which their stock then plummeted over 25%. Oh my God. Talk about a financial crisis. Woo! All right, so, I guess full price refunded. Okay. I guess if you don't like the game, you can return it within 48 hours. You can play it as much as you want. I mean, or it's, I guess they want to do this because they still want you to pay actual money to get this, and then you return it and you get the store credits, so it's like both parties win. It's like, okay, you got to play this game, you beat it, good for you, and you return it and you got 48 full price store credit, because you still buy the game. They still got the shares for it. Now, the store credit you got is great because you're kind of helping yourself out and them. And then this is capitalism to the T right here. And then they will put the game back on shelf for pre-owned price, and people will pay another price for it, and they still make more money. It's pretty clever. I get that, and you know what? I think that's pretty cool. Now, like I said, we don't not like I said, but this article says we don't know what games will go with it. It's only Days Gone right now. And we don't know if it'll contain anything else besides Standard Edition. It's only one game right now that's being promoted. It's weird how they're doing it on this game, Days Gone. I don't know why. That's kind of, I don't know. It almost seems like a bad omen to me, but I'm just probably just talking out of my ass here. But still, Days Gone looked pretty decent. I'm not going to buy it or anything because, I don't know, even if it's got a lot of cool things, I'm still kind of skeptical about it. It was delayed a month or two or something like that, and who knows if that'll affect the game time, game development, see if they fixed all the bugs. So we'll see. I mean, this year Sony's got a lot of exclusives coming out. You know, you got Ghost of Tsushima, you got Days Gone, obviously coming out. You got The Last of Us Part 2. You got, what is it? Death Stranding also coming out. There's a lot of big games still coming out for PlayStation this year. It's pretty crazy. And I'm sure there's many more, but you get it. Let me know what you guys think. If you're going to be getting Days Gone, I would like to see somebody that I know have the game. I'm sure it might be really good. It's got the whole zombie apocalyptic thing going, which has been butchered countless times, but it looked pretty interesting though, nonetheless. When I saw gameplay footage of it back in the day, for the first time they showed it at E3, I was pretty impressed by the way it plays. Okay, on to the next article. All right, remember when the Halo TV series was a thing? Well, it still is. It's still good things. They finally found somebody to play Master Chief. Pablo Schreiber joins the Halo universe. Okay. I guess they have a Mexican playing Master Chief, which Master Chief is white, though. Okay, I have to see what this guy looks like. I mean, if he's white looking, that's great, because Master Chief should be white. I have to see images here. Well, he looks pretty white. There you go. He looks white enough. There you go. See, that's not bad. Okay, all right. I feel better now. I don't want Master Chief to have a Puerto Rican accent or a Hispanic accent or something. Oh, Master Chief. Sounded Japanese there. According to Showtime, Schreiber will play Earth's most advanced warrior in the 26th century, and the only hope of salvation for a civilization pushed to the brink of destruction by the Covenant, an unstoppable alliance of alien worlds committed to the destruction of humanity. Oh, by the way, this guy is probably going to be super shredded to wear the Master Chief suit, even though you won't be able to see him. I'm sure they might make him do some crazy Chief workouts. They fucking better. Because you might see him without his suit. You never know. Showtime also announced that newcomer Yaren Ha will play a new character within the Halo world, Quan Ah, a shrewd, audacious 16-year-old from the Outer Colonies who meets Master Chief at a fateful time for them both. The series is produced by Showtime in partnership with 343 Industries, along with Steven Spielberg. Amblin Television will begin production this fall in Budapest, Hungary. Okay, so we got Witcher and Halo being filmed in Hungary. Showtime has previously said that the Halo series will tell a new story, but we are incredibly respectful of the canon. Otto Bathurst, who has worked on acclaimed series like Black Mirror and Peaky Blinders, will direct multiple episodes of the show's first season. Ooh, that's pretty good. Bathurst replaced director Rupert Wyatt, who left the project due to scheduling conflicts. Wyatt previously told IGN about his vision for the series. You're dealing with outer colony planets and reach, and just so many different topographies and places and cultures, like what is like for a human colony over time to have evolved. What cultures from Earth have come here or from Reach have come there have become the apex culture. What clothes do they wear? I really hope that's how they pull it off. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty good. I think, man, we're getting a lot of live-action game stuff. We got The Witcher, or an anime. We got The Witcher. We got Cowboy Bebop. We got Halo. We got Star Wars. We got a new Star Trek. It's gonna be awesome in these coming years, next couple of years. You know what? I kind of wish, if they're not gonna do another World of Warcraft movie, they should just do a live-action series of World of Warcraft. I think they would do a good job. Have Sam Raimi do it. Sam Raimi would be perfect for doing a World of Warcraft show. I mean, he did a fantastic... Anything Sam Raimi makes to me is just fantastic. He did great with Spider-Man. The first two, by the way. He did fantastic on Hercules. I thought Hercules live TV show was just a great show to grow up with. Also Xena. I think he did Xena. Also Evil Dead, of course. And then Ash vs. Evil Dead series. And then he did something real recently. I don't remember exactly. But it was pretty big. And I hope it'd be great to see Sam Raimi on this. I could see him do it. I think Sam Raimi can make any show great. But that's not the case. But yeah, it's gonna be filmed in Hungary, which is pretty cool. We're gonna see some really neat environments and stuff. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's going to be purely filmed in Hungary, but maybe the first season could. It's just going to be cool to see an expansion to the Halo universe, and I hope it does good. We've seen Forward Unto Dawn. We've seen Forward Unto Dawn was pretty good. I enjoyed that series. It was a nice short mini series to hype up Halo 4. And then you had Nightfall, which was hyped up for Halo 5, although even though Nightfall was directed by Ridley Scott, I think it could have been a little better. It was a pretty grounded movie. But still, I wouldn't say they're bad, but they could do better. They could really do better. So hopefully the TV series will give them more flexibility and everything like that. Yeah, I would see it happening just great. All right, here's another thing. Okay, let's go talk about the Borderlands 3 controversy. Woo, woo, woo. Troy Baker wants to be in Borderlands 3. Suggests Randy Pitchford fact check his tweets. All right, Randy Pitchford is, I think he's the CEO for Gearbox Software. He's the guy who's been doing a bunch of tweet stuff recently. I wouldn't say they're bad tweets because he's just trying to clarify why they're making the marketing decision of only being an Epic Games exclusive on PC. And he's got some justifiable reasons. I get it. But in the end, he said it's not all completely up to me. It's up to 2K Games, and 2K Games is going to go where the money's at. Because Epic Games has so much money thanks to Fortnite and Ninja and every other popular streamer for Fortnite. Because Fortnite is the only game making their money on their platform. All the other games on there, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not even close to Fortnite success. I can tell you that much. And yeah, he did a bunch of tweets on Twitter just talking about the current state, the reasoning by going on Epic Games exclusive for PC, and then how people just need to just grow, just get over it type deal and just deal with it, and stuff like that, and he's just like, oh, whatever. So now, going to today, Troy Baker, who's a famous voice actor for many games and anime, he did Tales of the Borderlands, I believe. He did Tales of Vesperia for Yuri. Troy Baker also did Ocelot for Metal Gear Solid 5. I believe that was him. But you get the idea. He's a great voice actor. He's up there to me with Todd Haberkorn and Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey and all that. And they're pretty up there. And Chris Sabat. Okay, Troy Baker said that he would love to come back to play Reese in Borderlands 3 and suggested that Gearbox Software CEO Randy Pitchford should fact check his tweets. Following on from Pitchford's claims that Baker turned down the part of Rise in the upcoming game, Troy Baker has clarified his position in an interview with Only SP. I said I would love to come back. He said, they said I'm not coming back. The timeline tells an interesting story he has in reference to comments from Gearbox. I think it's interesting that Randy Pitchford tweeted out that I turned it down, and then he said he heard that I turned it down. I would fact check before I tweet it out to the internet. Yes, Troy Baker. Tell him, boyo. That makes Baker's side of the argument pretty clear. He was not approached to reprise his role of Rise, but would still love to voice the character. While Randy Pitchford responded, keep an eye on Twitter. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then we got it. Let's just see the tweet. Troy. So why didn't Troy Baker get the return of his Rise? You'll have to ask Troy. I was told by the audio director that he turned it down. Fortunately, with how Rise appears in the game, I don't think it actually matters at all. You'll see for yourself when the game comes out. You may disagree with me on that or not. So it's kind of your little contradiction here. I don't think it matters at all. You may disagree with me on that or not. Okay. All right. Well, it's always. I would love to see Troy Baker in Borderlands games again. That'd be great. We should bring him back. Hopefully, Randy Pitchford is a reasonable man, despite all the stuff he's been going through. Fucking Twitter storms. Let me tell you something. This Twitter storms and just tweeting. It's just so annoying. Why don't you just do like some kind of public speak, like a speech or something, and then, or Do an interview with somebody or something. Do a video on YouTube. Like, don't, like, tweeting all about it. I mean, come on. That's so lame. Because people are just going to put so much emphasis in their own contextual bullshit in tweets and stuff and just text itself. You know, especially if you're going to make I'm not saying he's making a big fuss about it because he's defending why the company's doing this and he doesn't want Borderlands 3 to sell less because of it, so he's got to do his job. But tweets compared to just doing a public statement like that or just, you know, some fucking conference, I don't know, something simple. I mean, geez, just do a low-quality video if you have to. But that's just me. If I was in that position, I would grow the balls and actually just go out up in front of camera and just say how I would say it. Even if I had a teleprompter or me or a script, whatever, at least I won't sound like an idiot for the most part. But anyway, I don't know how you guys feel. With me, I wish that it was coming out on Steam, but I don't know. I mean, some people say it's just a platform. And another reasoning why it's going to Epic Games, remember, it's because Epic Games gives you more bang for your buck. They don't cut you short on percentage of royalties and stuff, unlike Steam. Steam, as they were making it out, basically undermines you and literally kicks you in the nuts because they don't give you as much as you would think they would. And that I can understand. I mean, the Steam platform, you could argue that it's been going downhill in the past 5 years because, you know, I have Dayton Does Gaming who says the sales aren't sales anymore. They're just really asinine. They're not even great sales. There's no, and their flash sales are really bad. You know, people probably, but there are people who love Steam, who have always been on Steam. They think because one game isn't on there, it's going to ruin the whole platform, which I don't think. But you see, the difference between Epic Games and what is it? Randy Pitchford was saying that Epic Games compared. I mean, Uplay is just. I mean, it's mandatory to download to play Ubisoft games, but you can go through. You can play any Ubisoft game on Steam or even maybe Origins. Origins is the same way. You can play Origin games on Steam or even on Origins, but they want this to be completely exclusive, and that's what makes it a big deal for people. I mean, granted that Uplay and Origins has their own, you know, specific games for the platforms, but they're not. A lot of them aren't exclusive to just one platform, so that's the big deal right there. They do push for it sometimes to have those games only on their platform, but they realize how much people use Steam, so yeah, you get it. You get the idea. Anyway, I think Borderlands 3 looks freaking awesome and a ton of fun to play. I don't know why people were so butthurt about the trailer, saying it wasn't that impressive. Like, what the fuck what were you expecting, right? What were you expecting? What were you hoping would come out of it? I mean, with a game with that type of art style, it can only look so good, so well in that art style. You know, there's only so much you can do. I think it looks great. I like how it's kind of pulling a Rage 2, except in this game you go to different worlds, which is freaking badass. It's never been like that in Borderlands, at least I don't think. Rage 2 and Borderlands 3 will definitely compete against each other because they're kind of similar in design and in terms of the type of punky style and kind of, it's kind of got that punk rock vibe to it. I really like it. You know, it looks great. Rage 2 actually comes out next month. Actually, I really want to get that game for PC, but I shouldn't be talking about buying any games right now because I got to worry about hospital bills. Okay, next article. All right. Okay, speaking of Borderlands 3, 13 new details revealed about Borderlands 3. Thanks to various Twitter replies from Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford and one from managing producer of Narrative Randy Varnell, 13 new details about Borderlands 3 has been revealed. The majority of these details were collected by Reddit user Bullion Barman in a comprehensive thread. One of the biggest pieces of news that is that the slag effect won't be carried over to Borderlands 3 and will instead be replaced by similar nuclear radiation like elemental effect. We replaced it with something that actually makes a little sense. The new element damage type, which is like nuclear radiation effect, has a similar effect to slag, increased vulnerability by those affected, and also has a damage over time component. In Borderlands 2, the slag effect cause enemies to receive double damage from non-slag weapons. Many fans criticized this implementation as it was seen as necessary to beat late-game enemies in a timely manner and force players to switch between slag and non-slag weapons frequently. Other details revealed by Pitchford, including the confirmation of local co-op, which is fucking awesome, by the way. Actress Ashley Birch will return to play Tiny Tina. There will be a one-off hand melee weapon, and while the map is a lot bigger than other Borderlands games overall, some locations will be smaller than past averages with a variety of location sizes. That's fine. It's a balancing act, people. When you go to different planets and stuff, it's a balancing act. Instead of Pandora just being on one planet, there's just so much bigger things. But it'll be good. I think they'll do a great job. So, here's all the details. Let's go through them real quick. Alright, the slag effect will be replaced by a similar nuclear radiation-like element effect. Local co-op has been confirmed. Ashley Birch will return as Tiny Tina. I always say Tina for some reason. There will only be one offhand melee weapon, but a billion guns. One offhand. Oh. There will be locations with a variety of sizes, but the map will be bigger than past Borderlands games. It will have a larger endgame than even Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3 will be playable offline. A Gearbox can't promise crossplay just yet, as not everyone is playing well with another. A companion app doesn't appear to be planned for the game. Weapons will have more color and skin variety compared to Borderlands 2. Like in the pre-sequel, Vault Hunters will have dialogue with the world and people around them. The EchoNet 3.0 is a physical device used with every vending machine transaction and every menu transaction. Outside projects like the mobile Borderlands Legends won't be developed to focus on the main game. Bonus detail to move forward with development. Gearbox confirmed it won't be making the canceled Luxy Space Adventure DLC for the pre-sequel. Well, whatever. I mean, I guess if you're a huge Borderlands fan, it is a big deal. But, I mean, the game looks great. I think it's going to be fun. I think they're going to do an amazing job on it. Some people just need to just be happy that they made another game. And just don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You kids are so fucking spoiled these days. Oh my God. You're spoiled with your social media, just feeding you all this bullshit information or whatever information that you want to absorb. And then you sit in your house all day just playing these games and streaming on Twitch. Oh, I'm a hypocrite now. But you get the idea. Like, you guys just sit there, you play a game, you don't even enjoy it really. You just go on to the next game, Or if one thing changes for a game, it's the end of the world. It's like, oh my God, this is the 4th iteration of Borderlands. What are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. That trailer was so not impressive. Oh my God, I was hoping for some tits and ass, and I wanted people to get their heads blown off. That's the mentality of these days, with gamers these days, is that they are just expecting the most ridiculous shit to go down in their trailers. It's the same thing with movies these days. The way people are fed with action and just all this shit happening on the screen. It's like we just need to have just armies and armies of people killing each other. Like, apparently that's the only interesting thing in movies these days. And same thing with games. Games, it's like, oh, I don't want to buy just a single player game anymore. It's got to have multiplayer in it. Or else I don't want to spend the $60. Bruh. I would rather have multiple multiplayer matches dealing with laggy and bullshit gameplay issues than having a cohesive, amazing single-player story experience to where I can fucking tell my friends about it and tell my kids about it. Nah. Anyway, I don't know. Borderlands 3, you look great. Gearbox, I trust you know what you're doing. It's fine. Like I said, people get upset about Borderlands 3 being on Epic Games because they have to download another app, another launcher besides Origins and Uplay and GOG. But, they don't take up that much memory. So, I mean, I get it. You wanted to have it all on one platform. You're an elitist for Steam. I get it. It's fine. But guess what? You're going to have to fucking you're going to have to deal with it, folks. Swallow your damn pride and just fucking grow a pair. And be like, hey, maybe I could just buy, this game will be fine on Epic Games. Oh, hey, I don't have to play the fucking game. I mean, if it's a game that you're going to buy, I can understand you might be a little concerned that it's not on Steam. But if it's a game you're not going to buy, then shut the hell up. Shut up. Stop joining the hype train, or stop being a follower and just move on past things that actually mean something to you. Not just, oh, okay, time to get in this echo chamber. Here we go. Yeah, just shut up, guys. Just shut up. Stop bitching about shit like that when you're not even gonna fucking play the game. Anyway, folks, I've been your host, NikoTheLegend. This has been a nice comeback for Niko. I will keep you guys updated on Nimble's situation in the hospital and stuff. I should see him back on Saturday. And thanks again, everybody. If you like what you saw, follow me on the Twitch channel. Check out the YouTube channel because this will be on there as well. And then if you want to see some funny commentating Let's Plays, check out the YouTube channel. Also, you can be a part of the YouTube channel by watching the informative videos too. How about that? You get to learn a lot of stuff about BioWare and BioWare-related games. And then if you want to see the best of the best, you come watch me on stream, baby. Anyway, thanks again, folks. Take care. I've been your host, Niko. Bye-bye.